deep into the countryside and provide the equivalent of a last-mile connectivity for the road transport system. The challenge is that the resources for maintaining paved rural roads are not adequately provided for in the current allocation of road maintenance funds. In fact, it is an understatement to say not adequately provided for. They are actually not provided for. While Kenya receives 32% of the road maintenance levy fund, little of this prioritized for purpose of maintaining paved roads. While making this observation, allow me to know that my ministry continues to appreciate the good work done on unpaved roads with the guidance of the Constituency Roads Committee, a participatory and responsive mechanism that ensures local pain points and bottlenecks receive adequate attention. The effect of lack of designated funding for maintenance of paved roads is that recently constructed rural roads, particularly about 5,100 kilometers under Kera, lack the resources for maintaining them. Consequently, there is a real risk that in the absence of proper maintenance, the newly built roads will progressively deteriorate, and some have already deteriorated, and ultimately no longer serve their intended purpose. I'm sure members of this House, given the excellent information they have about road conditions in their areas, can provide some of the roads, rural paved roads that need maintenance. There is a Rombo road here in Kajiado. We have a road in Laikipia, Mr. Speaker. There is a road of Kuresoi to Silibwet. There is a road, Mr. Speaker, that we were with majority leader in his county, Chepseon to Daraja, to Makutano. Mailine, actually, that's the place is Mailine, and many other places across the country. All these roads that were done under low volume seal. Since the budget was not provided for maintenance, all those roads are deteriorating and no attention is given because the entire allocation to the Kera is concentrating on the Maram roads in the rural areas. And the structure that we have at the moment, all that allocation is going to those type of roads. So, Mr. Speaker, the situation with the road maintenance is further complicated by the fact that the fuel levy has remained 18 shillings per litre since 2016, a time when litre of a petrol cost was 100 shillings. In 2024, the fuel levy is still at 18 per litre, whereas a litre of petrol costs about 200. The steady decline in the purchasing power of the fuel levy collection means that there is a growing backlog of maintenance activities that ought to have been done but were instead postponed and deferred. Specifically, the projection resource needed for the maintenance of the levy fund for financial year 2024-2025 is projected resources need for road maintenance levy fund for 2024-2025 is 110 billion, while the anticipated collection of that same year is 69, a shortfall of about 40 billion. This funding shortfall risks reversing the trend of ever-improving road pavement conditions that citizens are now accustomed to and take for granted. This problem is cross-cutting and affects both the roads in Kenya, Kura, Kera, and maintained by the Kenya Wildlife Services. Mr. Speaker, we anticipate that in due course of the government will bring a proposed legislation to address the road maintenance challenges, and currently I am working on, Mr. Speaker, a cabinet memo to think of how else we are going to do what we need to do, including what in my response to the Deputy Party Leader of DP, Mr. Speaker, that tolling and increase of RMLF, we have even proposed that RMLF should increase to 23 shillings per litre by the year 2025 if we are going to bridge the gap that is in place, and I will be coming back to this House on the same. So specifically to this now question, and briefly, because I have given the global figure, Mr. Speaker, the total pending bill for Kenya as at 31st January 2024 is 87 billion 907,106. 87 billion 90 million 907,106. And the proportion of the interest on delayed payment is 4 billion 803,584. Whereas the Kura, the total pending bill is 15 billion 548, 928, 503, and the interest on delayed payment is 18 billion 18 million 306,207. The respective schedule for pending bills for both Kenya and Kura are attached in the response. I don't know why we didn't, the Honorable Deputy Speaker did not ask about Kera. and I should have also included in my statement just for the global figure, for you to appreciate that 87 plus 18, the difference, which is about